Well, this person right here just ended the lawsuit after only 6 days of funding. Yes, a furry is trying to sue a Twitter gimmick account. Now to start off, who is Valid Els? Well, Valid Els is the Twitter gimmick account, also known as Valid People Posting Their Els. If you've seen what a Posting Their Els account is like, it's basically one of that, but with valid people, quote unquote. And the joke is that, people refer to people after transition as like hecking valid or whatever. That's the joke. And of course, if you were to criticize or mock that community in any way, there's going to be a lot of vitriol coming at you. A lot of people have tried to dox Valid Els, sue Valid Els, do whatever they could to deplatform Valid Els. Yet nothing seems to have happened yet. Well, here comes the savior of all of the Transformers, as this person posted on May 10th a video announcing a Valid Els lawsuit, also linking to a GoFundMe to obviously fund the lawsuit. And just merely 6 days later, it was announced that the lawsuit was canceled. Everybody that was for the lawsuit was very disappointed in Blue, and everybody that was either against the lawsuit or didn't care saw this coming from a mile away, frankly. So Blue tweets on May 15th, "I'm not strong enough to handle the Valid Els lawsuit, so I'm canceling it. It's too much effing pressure, and it wasn't a good idea. I'm sorry for letting y'all down. I only wanted justice to be served. Refunds should be issued within 3 to 5 days. PM me if you don't receive it." Judging by the GoFundMe page for the pay legal fees for Valid Els defamation case, Blue will have to return over $8,000 that were donated across 292 different donators. Even when I'm reading this, which was just announced like the day after the cancellation of the lawsuit, created 6 days ago, this whole defamation case did not even last a week. While we're on the GoFundMe page, let's look at the description of the GoFundMe. What is Blue's motivation for suing Valid Els? I mean, it's pretty obvious, but we'll just keep going. We'll entertain the idea.
Valid Els is a large Twitter account and online community that doxes and harasses people, getting them swatted, mocked, abused, hurt, and it's nothing but a game to them. They recently targeted me in an online campaign in an attempt to get more attention by posting fake screenshots, calling me a etc., etc., which led to screenshots getting sent to my father, non-stop harassment for days on end, and even worse. They've done this for many people, and I'm taking matters into my own hands since Twitter nor Telegram will do anything to end this insanity. The legal fees will be costly, but I have friends and people in my life, like you guys, that will hopefully help me afford this. That's why I'm starting this GoFundMe. For example of the cost, it will be around $1,000 to $3,000 just for an attorney to review the case alone, possibly $25,000 or more in total. The goal for this case is to take the moral high ground and make some terrible people have real-world consequences for their horrible actions online. There most likely won't be any monetary gain from the case. However, if the judge rules the other party must pay my legal fees, the funds will be donated to charity. I'm not gonna lie, this case is terrifying me, and it's a lot of responsibility. The amount of harassment from trolls has been insane, and it's hard to even look at Twitter, but I'm staying strong. I posted this on my Twitter, but I'm gonna post it here as well. If the case isn't able to go through, find the right attorney, or no one wants to pick it up, the money will be refunded to y'all. Going to a law firm tomorrow to discuss the case. Wish me luck. I'm refunding donations. Please PM me on here or Telegram or Twitter if you haven't received yours in 3 to 5 days.
I remember a while back a cross-dresser, like one of their photos was shown on Tucker Carlson, and the parents were watching Tucker Carlson and then texted the kid. I was like, this is giving me the exact same energy as that. It's like, my parents know that I'm a furry now. It's like, you think the giant fur head didn't give it away at all? Behind the scenes though, Blue is having a lot more turmoil than what she was letting on. As a follower of Valid Els, someone went into the DMs of Blue and then started DMing them, basically asking inquiries about the lawsuit. Well, looks like I have to go back into the recording booth because we have a Manic update on the lawsuit. BlueFolf linked to a YouTube video of BlueFolf obviously explaining the situation on video. Unfortunately, I can't seem to find the video anymore as BlueFolf seems to have gone private, which means I cannot look at BlueFolf. Oh man, follow the Furry account so you can actually get up-to-date news on the situation. I thought this would have just been a one-time thing. Why would BlueFolf want to even drag this stuff up? To be fair, this is the most attention BlueFolf got in a long time, so it's just positive or negative attention. Let's just go. So let's go and play that clip, as I find it very entertaining and to explain what's new about the situation. Additional context is that I got this clip from Valid L's page himself. So obviously just know where the clip is coming from, because obviously this is going to be a 2-minute segment that makes BlueFolf look bad.
I understand, due to the high nature profile of this situation, that there are dozens of rumors about the nature of this lawsuit. Again, with this being compared to the Keffel situation and wild accusations just being thrown at me. There's the idea that the funds I gained went to a convention last weekend, which is simply not true. As I stated before, all the convention money was my own. I didn't even have to pay for my room. I had planned this months, even a year in advance, and none of the money went to it at all. Then there's the assumption that, I bought a new fursuit, which, no. GoFundMe is taking a bit to process the transactions, as you can see here by these screenshots, but I also want to talk about something else. So half of the donations automatically got transferred to my bank. I did not do anything about that. I did not touch it. I have not touched the funds at all. But I put a link down below to a Google document, and if you are not receiving your funds soon, that means half the money went to the account, and I'm going to be sending it back out via PayPal and Cash App, whatever app you use to get the donations back. Of course, I'll have to verify it and verify that you are who you say you are, because we don't want a bunch of people scamming, trying to scam me, getting your donations back to them. I contacted GoFundMe before I even made the cancellation post. So half the donations you should be getting back soon, and the other half I'll have to refund you manually. I have no intentions of keeping anyone's money. But I feel as though I've exhausted the goodwill of the community, and I take responsibility for that. I'm just so sorry for all of this. I went through hell.
2 things about the clip. 1, BlueFolf's hair all the way to the side. It's kind of my pet peeve. Just if it's all the way to the side, that, whatever, that's fine. But in this scenario, BlueFolf is tilting their head all the way. Way more than your head should be tilted. Your neck is gonna be messed up from that. Also, not to mention, there's a lot of jump cuts. Every time you see BlueFolf, they're just leaning towards the camera to turn it off, and then it starts again. It's and then it's literally half a sentence before, they're leading to the camera again. And also, just new jump cut. It's stop it, please. Can you please say this all in one take? Can you please say something coherent, please? It's if you can't say something that succinct, you have to take 2 minutes just to say, you're not getting any message through. Your message is lost. Yes, this is a GoFundMe that got $8,000 to sue a Twitter gimmick account. Might I add that this profile only has 60k followers, which obviously is nothing to sneeze at. I mean, compared to my 1.1k followers, oh yeah, 63k looks pretty good. But really, what's the point on suing a Twitter account that's anonymous because they troll you way too hard? If anything, I bet you this lawsuit has only ginned up support for Valid L's. It's the classic idea of the Streisand effect. If you try to suppress something, if you try to, make something banned, illegal, something like that, it's only gonna grow more popular because it's gonna be the edgy thing to do to support that thing. Looking at Social Blade, the day that I'm recording this, Valid L's has gained 1,000 followers just today. The previous few days, Valid L's has only been gaining around 100 or so followers. A little over 100, but still in the triple digit range. It's almost like this lawsuit, or should I say failed lawsuit, has backfired spectacularly. And now you've become a laughingstock for Valid L's to make fun of. All the while, he is raking in the followers, the Twitter clout. This has become just another Keffals situation. For those out of the loop, Keffals did a GoFundMe or a charity or fundraiser of something, and then pocketed all the money, used it for cocaine, went to rehab, and is now out of rehab. If you want to see me talk about Keffals, I made both a video and a live stream talking about Keffals. I highly recommend you check them out. And if you're familiar with Cool Hand James, he was on there for the live stream. So that was pretty funny. I wonder if the refunds will actually be fulfilled or the money will be pocketed, but time will only tell. If you like this video, then maybe you'll like my video on Keffals. Have a good one.